Welcome into the Red Chair Theater with Jake Peavy and Alex Avila, Matt Vasgersian. We have selected one game to put into the Red Chair special tonight. We'll break it down soup to nuts. And we had a feeling that something fun was going to happen in this Diamondbacks-Yankees opener. Yankees trying to stay undefeated. Diamondbacks have some momentum. Eugenio Suarez is on an unbelievable pace.
Two of some of the best offenses going right now in the big leagues.
1 and 2, as a matter of fact. Let's walk you through what happened. A power-driven opening series sweep for the Yankees over the Brewers. This Corbin Burnes in his first start as a Diamondback, and with 2 quick strikeouts of a couple of accomplished hitters.
Now, what I always marvel about Burnes, though, is his command. The way he's able to dot up his fastball and his cutter like that on the edges it's amazing.
Good start for Burnes to the bottom of the second now, and another quick start to the inning. He gets Jazz Chisholm looking. Volpe swinging. 4 strikeouts through 2. Not even 2, because he's got Austin Wells in the second. And a ground ball, 6 up, 6 down.
Yeah, the cutter was big at play and early. The curveball started to come in. Had guys off balance there.
Top of the third, Will Warren on the mound for the Yankees against Corbin Carroll with a man on. Carroll's first of the season. Big spring. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Bottom of the third now. Then Burnes back to work against the alien, the Martian, they call him, Jason Dominguez. God, do I love that nickname. By the way, Jasson. Shouldn't that be Jason? Anyway.
Well, you talk about, too, the command. So good. First 6 batters of the game, you dominate the top half. You get to the bottom half, you don't make your pitch, Dominguez gets you.
And then in the fourth, Will Warren starts the inning and gets into a little trouble. We have a Matt Blake visit to settle him down after he walked back-to-back batters. So at that point of the game, considering the circumstance, the score, the workload for Warren, the fact that he wasn't in the opening day plans to be in the rotation, but he's there due to injury, what's this discussion all about?
For me, this is just like a resetting kind of mound visit. You know, you have a young guy up there trying to get through the lineup, a couple of back-to-back walks, and at this point right here, you're just kind of resetting him. Also, trying to remind him, hey, it takes one pitch to be able to help you get out of this inning. Sometimes when you get in those situations, you try to do too much, and really, if you just concentrate on those one pitch, that next pitch, a lot of times you end up helping yourself and being able to get out of that inning. And that's something that I think a lot of these mound visits, especially when you have a situation where it feels like there's no way you're getting out of this without giving up some damage, to help calm you down a little bit and just remind you that, hey, if I just make a good pitch here, I can get 2.
That's exactly right. No, look, it's the mound visit it recenters you. Sometimes you've got so much going on. It's nice to have the whole. I loved it when the whole team came up there and you really talked about it. And you started the visualization of how you were going to escape what you were in. So that's what's happening.
And part of that may be the fact that he was going to face the reigning National League Player of the Week next. Eugenio Suarez is some kind of hot, so they go back at it after the mound visit. And, boy, the ultimate compliment to your pitching coach, he spins the ground ball to get him out of trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're in trouble sometimes and you know you can find a ground ball somewhere, you just have to remember it's that you just got to make that one pitch and you can get 2 outs right there.
And then a next pitch ground ball, and just like that, Will Warren's out of any difficulty.
Well, and you see, too, that when in trouble, Will Warren loves his slider, is going to go to it. Look for that as the season goes on.
Bottom of the fourth now. Jazz Chisholm talking to the home plate umpire about his strikeout in the second, we would assume, because this was what it looked like earlier. Jazz thought that ball was off the plate. Rung up anyway.
Little ump cam right here. Hopefully,
I love that look. Holy cow.
Hopefully nobody can lip read there.
And then he would swing for the fences and strike out again. So 6 strikeout of the game for Burnes. Next batter's Anthony Volpe. Torpedo bat.
Now, we were just talking about his command, and that one right there ends up coming back over the middle of the plate right there, and Volpe catches it out in front. And he definitely hit that one on the barrel. I think that would have been barrel regardless if it was
no doubt what
kind of bat it was.
No doubt. So the Yankees tied it at 2 there, and then Burnes got himself into a jam. A walk, a single, and a wild pitch. And 2 out facing Oswaldo Cabrera. And a ground ball for Josh Naylor should get him out of trouble. Whoop. Oh, no. Defensive miscue gives the Yankees a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, it looked like that right there where Naylor just kind of looks up and realizes he's got to get the ball over to him and just kind of sticks in his hand.
So Will Warren settled down after the homer. Runner at second in the 5th, facing Corbin Carroll again with 2 out. Strikes him out. Finished the night with 5 strong innings. And this is what he had to say after the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was nice. Definitely was emptying the tank there in the 5th. That was big for me to try to get through 5.
And had to get the guy that touched him up for a homer earlier to do so. Talk about the difficulty of that, Jake.
Well, it's very difficult because you almost think that the guy has eliminated that pitch. If a guy has taken me deep on a pitch, I thought it was precedent for me to put that right back in his head so he wasn't going to eliminate it and think I wouldn't throw it to him. You're going to see pitch by pitch here. You start him out by the fastball in. Then there's the breaking ball that he's going to end up putting away with. Just a really good job of presenting in the zone and watching everything fall out of it. You see the emotion there. You get out of a big spot versus a guy who's hit a homer.
And you notice that the homer that he hit was off the changeup. He didn't throw him a changeup after that in that at-bat. But I think that 2-0 breaking ball, I think, really set the tone for the rest of that at-bat, too, because he showed him that in the zone, out of the zone breaking ball, got Corbin to chase a little bit on that one. But then right there, that tells Corbin he'll throw it at any time, throwing it 2-0. And he snuck a fastball right there to get that strike 2 right there. And at that point, 2-2, if you're Corbin Carroll, like he just threw a 2-0 curveball that I swung and missed at. He threw me a 2-1 fastball. At that point, anything can come 2-2. And he drops in another curveball to get him out in front for the chase. So, and like you said, he was emptying the tank right there, knew he was going to be out of it. And it was a good 5 innings for Warren here. Very good.
And at that
very
point of the game, you think, if you're a Yankee fan, you're looking pretty good here. You got your 2-run lead. Your starter gives you 5. Bullpen formula, not so fast, as they say in other places. Tim Hill into the game in the 8th against Geraldo Perdomo, runner at second. RBI base hit, and the Diamondbacks are within a run. Later in the inning now, this is when it gets dicey. Mark Leiter Jr.'s in, loads the bases on back-to-back walks to Ketel Marte and Pavin Smith, and the bases are loaded for Josh Naylor.
That was filthy there. Mark Leiter Jr., you can't execute any better than that. I believe that Suarez was looking for that his entire
I will try one. I don't use one yet, but I want to try. It's very popular right now. I see a lot of homers out there, and it's very, it's very interesting to me, to swing one, and I just try to see how they feel from my hands. Yeah.
Don't try it till you cool off.
Yes, don't mess with your swing right now.
No, right now I don't want to change anything.
Didn't need a torpedo bat. Stuck with his old friend. Regular bat. Grand slam. 5th of the year. All 5 of Gino's hits have been homers.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, he's always been a clutch player, especially in the power department. But, I mean, going into that bat right there, Leiter had a hard time with the breaking ball. So I think, like you said, Jake, I think he was kind of sitting on that split.
Ben Rice would make it interesting with a homer against A.J. Puck. That's notable, lefty dinger. And then Pablo Reyes would fly out to end the game, and the Diamondbacks win in the Bronx. Eugenio Suarez, the hero. 7-5 the final score, and this one was taken right out of the Yankees' hands. The Yankees fall from the ranks of the undefeated in a 7-5 setback to Arizona. A lot of us had Arizona as being pretty good, right, with what they did in the winter, with what they already had, with the existing cast of characters. An early season win like this, where you kind of snatch one back, that can go a long way for a team in April.
Yeah, well, I think that good teams end up doing that as well. You end up winning games where you're not really supposed to win. You figure out a way to how to do that. That's what winning teams do. You find ways to get a few of those games over the course of the year, and then the ones you're supposed to win, you win. And I think that's just a mark of a good team over the course of 162. You figure out ways. You don't get down when you're down later in the game, especially in a tough environment like Yankee Stadium against a good team, and you trust yourself to be able to figure out a way to win that game.
Torey Lovello and staff, McKay over there at first base, these guys play the game the right way. They are pesky. And for me, this is who the Arizona Diamondbacks have been since we watched that World Series run. You cannot count them out. They are pesky. They're going to play and get that tie and run up there. And look, they're starting to have some superstars in the middle of that lineup come back and look like the team. Even without Christian Walker, they can do it again.
Jay, congratulations on a nice night. I'd imagine you couldn't have drawn up a better start in your wildest dreams.
No, absolutely not. This is all surreal. The last 4 days of my life have been unbelievable. The big leagues is everything everyone's ever said it is. Just thankful to be here and really excited to be a part of this second series win.
Jake, I wanted to ask you were talking about the last couple of days of your life being just an absolute whirlwind. Take me back to when you got the call and Morgan Ensberg kind of giving you that call and how that all happened, the 190-mile Uber ride back to Durham to get all your stuff to get to Tampa. Like, how did that all plan out?
It was about an hour before first pitch at Norfolk to open the AAA season up. Just Morgan got everybody together. Mo's been fantastic to me over the last year and a half. He got everybody together, started talking about the season we're about to embark on, and then at the end he just dropped, Jake Mangum, you're going to the big leagues. And that feeling is indescribable, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, like Alex said, Jake is Jake. Cool name. And like he said, you had plenty of time to get on the phone, let your people know. Who do you have with you down there in Tampa taking this all in? I know it's been a long, different journey getting there. Lots of people helped along the way. Who's down there with you celebrating?
My family's here tonight, a couple close friends. It was pretty heavy Saturday, Sunday. We had about 20, 25 people. They all dropped everything they had, and they hit the road and came down to Tampa. So can't thank them enough. I wouldn't be here without them.
Jake, so there's not a lot of time to celebrate and dig what's been happening because tomorrow you got to wake up and face Paul Skeens. Is that already crossed your mind? You ready for that, or does that come tomorrow when you wake up and get out of bed?
Look, Paul Skeens is a phenomenal pitcher. We got our hands full tomorrow, but I love where we're at right now as a team. Hopefully we can carry this momentum into tomorrow and try to get a sweep against a really good baseball team.
Way to go, Jake. We appreciate you visiting with us. Congrats on such a great start for the 4-1 Tampa Bay Rays. Thanks for the visit.
Absolutely. God bless. Raise up.